I'm so professional. I feel like a newscaster. The weather today is freezing. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, how are you? My name is Angela, and in today's video, we're gonna be doing the Q&A. So in my last 10 videos, I had you guys leave questions that you guys had about embroidery, business, things in general. So I'll go ahead and answer those for you. In today's video, I did screenshot quite a few of them, so I'm just gonna answer them. And if you're wondering what makes me qualified to answer these questions, I run an embroidery business. There's no qualifications here. I'm just gonna give you my answers based on what I use and my experiences, and that's about it. So a lot of people do things differently. Everyone does things their own way when it comes to embroidery, so this is just my answers for what I do. Sandra Garcia says, I love watching your videos. I do have a question. What color stabilizer do I use on my black sweatshirts? So I do have black stabilizer. I currently only have this in the left chest size. I don't carry black for the full sweatshirts. Now, you definitely can. I just don't, but it's up to you. I use white, sometimes black. It's personal preference. I would say probably most shops would probably use a black, I guess, to make it blend more. So black, white, your choice. I do use white, so I haven't had a complaint in a few years, just mentioning that. I just got my first machine and I'm learning how to use it. I wanted to ask what brand and quality of hoodie you use. Thanks so much. So I use a lot of different brands of hoodies, a lot. So I use Gilded, I use Just Hoods, I use Con Heritage. She's just gonna cry, she's sleepy, needs to take a nap. So we will be waiting until she's done crying. Let's see if Dad can get her to sleep. If not, Mother Magical Powers will have to go in there. Sounds like the baby's quiet. So next question. Where did you get the white tables and desks from? I don't know if you mean this. My work table that you see with all the packing, the tabletops are from IKEA, and then the cabinets are from Lowe's or Home Depot. But if you're talking about the white table, which is probably what you are talking about, my desk with my computer, that is from IKEA, and the bottom of it is also from IKEA. So all my stuff is from IKEA and Home Depot, Target. Next question. Would doubling the amount of hoops you have help with efficiency, like prepping the second hoop while machine is running so you eliminate machine downtime? Yes, so that would, but that means I'd have to buy a lot more mighty hoops. That's quite a bit, but yes, if my husband and I are both working at the same time, then that definitely would help. Me by myself, it's harder to even run all 8 machines here. So would I really have as much time to hoop 8 again? I may be able to start and have 8 hoop first and don't start them yet, and then hoop them all and then start throwing them on machines. But yes, it definitely would help with efficiency. A lot of print shops do that. They have all these beanies lined up, all hooped up, so it definitely would. Okay, what size mighty hoops are you using? Where are you buying your stabilizer? Looks like it's pre-cut. I would love to get pre-cut too. So hoops. So, oh, baby's crying again. Oh, I'm falling out my chair. No. Not moving. Okay, hoops. I use the Mighty Hoop brand. They're magnetic hoops. They help hoop. That makes it so much easier. If you're using the standard hoops, they SUCK. I don't like using them. I prefer Mighty Hoops. You can get free shipping in the US if you use codes Kids Customs at checkout. There is a link down below for you to use them. This is the 8x13 size, the size I use the most right now with my adult sweatshirts. For a left chest, you would use the 5.5 inch. For kids shirts, I use the 8x9. It's pretty much the size I use on a day-to-day basis. And she also asked about stabilizer. I usually have some here. I don't want to get up again, but I'll get up just for y'all. Ooh. Oh, now all the kids are screaming. Roman and Riley are playing Roblox together. This is called family life. This is the stabilizer I use. This is from Madeira. It is the Easy Cut Just Right 15-inch by 15-inch pre-cut pieces. I sometimes cut them in half so I can double it. I can use it twice, but though that's what I use. I get it from Madeira, and I think that was it. These are cut away stabilizers, not tear away. Next question. Another child. You would never make this video. Sir, what are you supposed to be doing right now?
Mommy,
yes.
You belong in the toilet.
Oh, I belong in the toilet now.
Yes.
Well, I think the baby's still crying. Zoom this video after I get the babies to sleep. All right, I got the baby down, so she's sleeping. So let's get through this video. Next question was, what am I putting on the shirts after they are hooped and before I put them on the machine? It's just a piece of tape, literally a piece of packing tape. I just use it to center the design. So I put the tape, I want the design to start here, the tape will start here, and then I use that piece of tape as placement. So I had the red laser so I know based on which design, how far down from the piece of tape I need to go. That's it. It just makes it more efficient in hooping instead of having to trace each and every design. I just know, okay, based on this piece of tape, that's always the same size, the same width, whatever you call it. It's the same spot. So it's a little tricky trick. Melissa asked, Angela, I love your videos. Hey, thanks, Melissa. Who do I use to ship my items directly from the post office, or do I use Pirate Ship or similar? Never use the post office directly. Never go into a post office. If you have a business or they're shipping stuff, never take your stuff to the post office. Their prices are ridiculous at the post office. So I ship specifically through the Etsy platform, through the Shopify platform, or if I'm not using either of those two, then I go through Pirate Ship. It's cheapest pricing for post office, UPS. That's who I use. Yeah, otherwise you pay retail rates if you go inside. So never ever do that. So Pirate Ship is my suggestion. This question makes me laugh. Miss Janelle laughs at me about this. It's the weekend. It's Sunday, and it's the 3 days after Thanksgiving. The 25th, 6th, 26th. Okay. Next question. How do you manage the maintenance for all of your Melcos? I bought mine after watching your videos, and the every 3 to 4 month maintenance is such a drag. Can't imagine having to do it for as many machines as you have. So once you start doing the maintenance, I pretty much have all the maintenances memorized except like the really, really big ones, which are like 30 million stitches. 2 million, it takes me like 2 to 3 minutes to just do the maintenance. The trick that I know, because I've done so many of them, is just I don't go step by step on each and every machine. I just do all the maintenance first, and then I just click through it. There's no need to push next. If it's your first time, please follow the instructions, but when you have so many, the 2 million stitch maintenance, you know it requires you to oil all the needle bars, take out the needle plate, oil the needle plate, stuff like that. So just oiling. So that one, simple. When it comes to like the huge maintenances, 30 million, when I need to do it for all the machines, I have a Melco tech come and do it. I'm not doing all that on all these machines. I just don't. I just call Mark Davis and say, hey, it's time for that maintenance. So he'll come in, and I can still run my machine. He does one at a time, and I'm still running the rest while he's maintaining one machine. But for like the 2 million stitch maintenance, they pretty much all need them at the same exact time, or I just do them all at the same time. And then I do one, and the other machines are still going the same way, and I'm just doing one at a time, and then I start pushing them out. It takes, I would say, maybe like half an hour to get all of them done for the 2 million stitch maintenance. Sorry, I know the kids, I could hear them, so I'm sure you guys can hear them. I also want to add to that, in regards to maintenance for machines, the other machines I have a brother, and a brother 10 and 6 needle. If I want those machines maintenance, I have to take it to be maintenanced, and they have like a 2-week turnaround time. So I wouldn't have machines for 2 weeks, hence why I love these machines behind me, because you do the maintenance yourself, or you can have a tech come to you and do the maintenance. The other question, does the Hoop Master hold a stabilizer? I haven't seen you put any on when you hoop. Yes. So the Hoop Master does, I'm trying to look for it, it's back there. It does hold a stabilizer. You just put it on, and then there's like a little magnetic clips, and it holds a stabilizer in place. So you don't have to hoop the stabilizer. Jelaine, I could really use a cart like that. Can you tell me where it's from? Let me show you what she's talking about. I don't know if y'all can even see my cart. This is the cart she's talking about. It's from uline.com. It's a 2-tier cart. It's great for pulling blanks or pulling sweatshirt orders. It's pretty cool. Oh, and the baskets come apart now. Technically, they shouldn't, right? But Keenan didn't put the screws in, but it works for us. So just pick it up and then put it back in place. Am I still working on Etsy? Yes, I do still have my Etsy shops. I have Etsy orders. I don't get as many Etsy orders as I do on TikTok and my website, but yes, I do still have an Etsy shop. Are you able to use a Mighty Hoop thing on the Baby Lock Alliance? Yes, you can use it on the Baby Lock Alliance and then the Brother 6 needles and 10 needles as well. What embroidery software do I use? I use Embrilliance Essentials because I can use it on Mac. And it works on Mac and PC, but it's one of the only ones that work on Mac without running parallels. So it's pretty easy, user-friendly. Embrilliance Essentials lets you like to do fonts, like write your names out, different fonts you buy from Etsy, change color, stuff like that. Now, if you want to digitize, aka creating the design yourself, like stitch by stitch, then you would use like a stitch artist from Embrilliance as well, level 1, 2, 3. So totally up to you. I'll leave a link down below for Embrilliance, the software that I use. What do I like making the best, DTG or embroidery? I always like embroidery. I would say if I had more DTG machines, then it would be DTG. But when I look at the profit-wise, I make more money on embroidery because I have more machines. So I can make more per hour versus DTG. I only have one. So I like them both. They both have their own purpose. I think everything has its drawbacks. But I do like DTG for the full color design. Now, if I was trying to do a totally full color design in embroidery, it would take a few hours, and I'm not, no. But for a full color design, I would definitely go with DTG over embroidery, but for a few words, I think the embroidery just looks a lot better because it's more luxurious, I would say. Where can I order your stuff? So if by stuff you were looking for embroidered items, those are on angelajasmina.com. But if you're looking for children's plain blank t-shirts, you can search for ajblinks.com. I did get this question a lot. A multi-head embroidery machine. Should I get that now because I'm getting so many orders? So right now I have the Melco EMT 16X embroidery machines. I love them. Biggest reason I got them is I can run them at 1,500 stitches per minute. And with the amount of orders that I get, any other machine, it would take way longer. I look at each and every one of my embroidery machines as if they are a new employee. So I like them for that reason. Also, with them, I can run them, like run up to 30 machines at the same time on one computer. So it's similar to a multi-head. Now, what I like about it is the versatility of being able to do different designs on each and everything because I don't only do like the one color designs on each and every sweatshirt. Right now, I am doing a lot of the same design, but normally, no, I do a lot of different designs and a multi-head wouldn't make sense for me at this point in time. Now, if I get to only doing like the same shirt over and over and over, then that's different. But because I do custom, I am not doing like getting a multi-head embroidery machine. How often do I get needle breaks? So usually a needle breaks, one, when it's time to change it, 'cause sometimes that happens. Sometimes the thread doesn't cut and it'll pull, so it'll pop the needle. There's a lot of different reasons, but I would say a needle break a day, maybe one, max 2 in a whole day. I thought he was crying. They play Roblox and they're screaming, playing Roblox, running away from each other. They're playing with their grandfather. Their grandfather plays Roblox with them. So yeah, maximum 2 a day, and that's on all 10 machines. So that's almost like 150 needles that are running all day, but only about 2 will break a day. A day? That even seems excessive. I would say maybe like 4 a week. Oh, I like this question. Do you feel better having space to go work and have set hours instead of just working because you were home and your stuff was there? I hope that makes sense. It makes perfect sense. So if you're new here, we've been in this warehouse for about a year. Before that, the past 6 years, I've been running my business from my home. Now, it got chaotic. I had too much stuff in my house. My house became a warehouse, and there was no space for the kids to be kids because everywhere you looked, there was boxes everywhere. Stuff everywhere. And Angela wanted to work all the time because it's just in my face. And I had the orders. I'm like, oh, let me just go get it done. Now, I absolutely love the separation. The only downside, obviously, is the rent of a warehouse. But I love it. My house is my house, so when I go home, it's just home, and I don't have to think about work at all. Although I am a workaholic, y'all probably already know that, but I don't have to think about work. So that's a plus. And my house is clean now. But I like having set hours, like you said, and being able to just separate business and home. It's work-life balance is a lot better now. Also, it allowed me to expand and get more machines because I only had, I think, 3 or 4 Melcos in my house. So yeah, I got more machines. Now I can have a team. We have hired 2 more girls. I know we mentioned in the last few videos, but since then, we've hired 2 more girls. They're not even girls. 2 more women to help with the business. So they'll be here and working. So I appreciate both of y'all. I'm just saying girl and boys because kids. I have kids and little girl, little boy. That's just what I'm used to saying. When I'm, was it a boy or a girl, Roman? And I asked Riley the same thing. So sorry, I apologize. Not an embroidery question, but gotta know what your Dunkin' Donuts order is. It's not medium. It's normally medium, but iced caramel latte is my favorite go-to. When I realized that the medium and large had the same amount of caffeine in them, I was like, well, I'm just gonna get a large. So I just like milk. It's sweet, okay? It's sweet. If you're not a sweet coffee drinker, then you're not gonna like it. But I'm a fake coffee drinker. I only like sweet stuff. Love the videos. Can you show me the bobbin? How big is it and how often do you change it? So for bobbins, I use the Magna Glide pre-wound magnetic bobbins. This is what it looks like. Size-wise, it was about the size of a quarter. Woo. You change it obviously depending on how much you embroider. So this gets me about 2 sweatshirts. Again, it's a stitch count, so I think there were, I thought I told you how much thread was on this. I forgot. But my designs, so it's about 36,000 stitches. So that's about how much is on here because I do 2 sweatshirts. So change them all day long. A box of bobbins will last me about 200 sweatshirts because there's 100 in a box. So I usually go through a box of bobbins a day. All right, next question is about mailers. Where do I get my mailers? So I want to first give a shout out to my 2 favorite small business mailing shipping supply companies, Graceful Mailers and Magical Mailers. You can check both of them out. They have such cute designs and then their quality is amazing. I ordered from them a lot in the past, but because things weren't looking so good for us a few months ago, I obviously wasn't spending the money on mailers. I had to cut costs where I could. And I still wanted cute items, so I found You Pack and Ship, and that's also where I get my shipping labels from. So this Christmas design is from You Pack and Ship. Price-wise, they're pretty cheap for mailers. Only thing that I don't like, which I loved about Magical Mailers and Graceful Mailers, is that their mailers are so much thicker, and I love that. These are a lot thinner. They're still good quality, but not as good quality as Magical Mailers and Graceful Mailers. So yeah, I ordered from You Pack and Ship, and then shipping labels, you can get them free from UPS. I used to do that until I had issues where, like, I'd leave my packages outside, and we had our house in the warehouse. Wow. Our business was in our house, and we were shipping, and everything got wet. And all the labels, they just melted. And all the ink came off. It's not even ink, it's thermal. So after that fiasco a few times, I'm like, I'm not using the free UPS labels anymore. So I buy 5,000 of them for $70, I don't know if it's $70.99 or $79.99. I can't remember. From You Pack and Ship. That's where I get them from. It's a great price for 5,000 shipping labels, sorry. Just thought of another question that you guys always ask is the thread I get. What thread do I like? I would recommend candle thread and Madeira. I like both of them. Use both of them. They're both great. So it's another option. And then buy the big spools. Don't buy little spools. To me, the little spools they're like a waste of money. If you have a multi needle machine, it's just a waste of money to buy the little ones. Just buy the big ones. So yeah. If you have like the P800, you obviously have to buy the smaller cones. Does it ever freak you out when you get thousands of orders? Yes. Yes. 100% yes. When I'm over like 200 orders, I get stressed out. It's a good thing, obviously, to have the orders, but then you gotta make everything. So it's just funny. It's like, oh, am I gonna be able to get these out in time? I hope I can get them out in time. Oh, should I come in? Should I stay later? That's like the hardest part. The money, we need the money, obviously. We have to pay bills and all that. But it's just like can I, like mathematically, how many can I get out? I don't want to be here till 7, 8 o'clock at night. During this time, like holiday time, Christmas time, it's going to be really busy. So I probably will be here a lot later. But I don't like to have to work till like 10 p.m. every day for like 3 weeks. I don't want to do that. I think I'm past that point in my life right now. I don't want to. Now, if I have to, because I have to pay bills and I have to pay bills, and that's pretty much how we've been doing it for the last 2-3 months since that first video went viral in July, the cat and dogs video. That was insane. Insane, but also very thankful. We literally were only like a month left of funds, so that really helped us out and gave us a few months of more time. So appreciate all of y'all. But getting the orders is great. It's just now I gotta make them all. And then inventory management, when you offer so many different colors of everything, it's like, I hope I ordered enough. Is there gonna be enough? So that's why I try to limit quantities. And then like, you can never forecast what the sales are gonna be. That's probably the hardest thing. But yeah, I do freak out. I get stressed out. I hyperventilate sometimes, and then I cry sometimes. I'm like, oh, I'm glad I got the sales, but I can't do all these orders because of that issue with my fingers too. So that's why we're adding people to the team to help increase that number, because it's such a turn away business. But it's only so much Keenan and I can do, and Miss Janelle. She hates when I call her Miss Janelle. And Janelle, because she's the one who's cutting and packing, and Keenan has started cutting and packing as well. But he's also embroidering too. And someone else asked if why don't we, Keenan and I, do opposite shifts. Well, I would like to see him. He would like to see me. He's a great father, and we like to be able to be part of our children's lives. And if we did opposite shifts, I think it would kind of mess up the dynamic we have going on. Now, if we had to, we had to, but we're going to first look into having other people here to help us and get things out. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions on the embroidery machines, I'll leave Todd's information down below, and I'll leave it here if you want more information on the Melco EMT16X embroidery machines. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Any other questions? I know you guys want to know more about TikTok Shop, so I am thinking on doing a video on that here soon. This week is going to be interesting for me, and next week I have jury duty next week. I've never done it. I'm trying to figure out how the whole breastfeeding thing is going to work. Pumping, like, I don't know. I was supposed to go, I had jury duty 2 days after I had Riel, so obviously I couldn't go. And they were upset, and I said, well, I told y'all I was pregnant, and my due date was April 4th, so I don't know what you want me to do, so whatever. Gotta go do that. So, and then we have our one of our new hires is gonna be here tomorrow, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to record. So as for now, I have a video for tomorrow, which is Monday, November 27th. I don't know about Wednesday yet. We'll see. Fingers crossed that I get something recorded. I don't know. I've been doing good. I would have almost made it to a whole month if I make it through this week of videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m. And I know sometimes it's 10:26, but I just forget. Like, the video's already edited and up on my YouTube, but I forget to make it public. And I should just schedule it. I don't know why I don't. I don't know. But yeah. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!